In the last video we learned the melody of Ain't No Sunshine. Today I'll show you how to improvise over this song and accompany yourself at the same time, all by yourself. After 7 simple step-by-step instructions, your improvisation will sound something like this. Grab your guitar and let's get started. Here's the bass line together with an A-7 chord. The bass line begins on the first beat and ends on the first beat again. This means it's 1 bar and 1 beat long, leaving us 3 beats to improvise. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Here's the A-minor pentatonic we're gonna use. It's in the 5th position. It looks like this. As a first step, we play 3 quarter notes, or in other words, we have 3 notes to improvise. At the moment, the rhythm is still very simple. We'll change that a little bit later, but right now it's about understanding the structure, or as they say, the form of the whole song. Now I'll show you 3 possible variations as an example to inspire you to improvise and develop your own ideas. 4, 1. 4, 1. Four, 1. Here's the chord progression. 4 bars of A minor, 1 bar of E minor, 1 bar of D minor, then 2 bars A minor again. At the beginning, it's a good idea to use 1 lick and play it through the whole song. Let us use the 3rd lick from before as an example. The goal, of course, is to improvise on the fly in the long term and at the same time build up a repertoire of cool licks. Our improvisation starts in a similar way to the original melody. We start with a so-called pickup. This means that we play our 3 quarter notes before the first bar, and the bass line then starts on the first note of the first bar. 4, 1. Then our next improvisation starts on bar 2, and then the bass line follows in bar 3. Then we play our improvisation in bar 4 and end up in bar 5 on E-7. 4, 1. For E-7, we play the same voicing as before, only now we play it in the 12th fret, like this. We could play the whole song with just the E-minor pentatonic. That would be like spicing up a dish with just salt and pepper. If it's done well, it can taste great. But sometimes it's more fun to add other spices as well. In the same way, we can spice up our song not only with the A-minor pentatonic, but also with the 2 other pentatonics. We use the E minor pentatonic for the E minor chord and the D minor pentatonic for the D minor chord. The great thing, it's quite simple on the guitar. We take the same fingering and move it up to the 12th fret for E minor, like this. For D minor, we move everything to the 10th fret. We do the same thing with the lick. We just play it as before, only 7 or 5 frets higher. In other words, we take a motif and even adapt it to the chord. We play the E minor without a bass line. We only play the chord on the 1 and our improvisation on 2, 3 and 4, like this. Then we reach D minor in bar 6. And here we play the chord again on the first and our improvisation on 2, 3 and 4. Then we end up back in A minor for bars 7, and 8. There we play our bass line again. 3, 4. In bar 8 we can do two things. We can start another chorus of our improvisation and then play in bar 1 as before the bass line. 4, 1. In the last video we learned the melody. A great way to present this as a whole would be to play the melody first, improvise for a few choruses and then play the melody again at the end. When your improvisation is over, we use the pickup in bar 8 to play the melody again at the end. 3, 4. By the way, if you haven't seen the first video with the melody, there's a direct link to it in the description below. Now we do a rhythmic variation. We play 4 8 notes and a quarter note in the 3 beats in which we improvise. Before we transfer this to the other 2 chords, let's practice it first with the A minor only. I'll now do 3 more examples with the pentatonic, which are also intended to inspire you to invent your own licks. 4, 1. One. 4, 1. We now take the third idea again and play it over the whole song. Now we do the same with a different rhythm, playing 8 16 notes and then 2 8 notes, which also results in 3 beats. If you want to play along and find the 16 notes too fast, you can reduce the playback speed on YouTube. Just click on the gear icon and adjust the playback speed. 4, 1. 4, 1. 4, 1. Now let's take the last example again and play it through the whole song. 4, 1. We could now use different rhythmic figures that are 3 beats long to make our solo rhythmically more interesting. To mix quarter, 8s and 16s in different combinations. Here again are 3 examples of an A minor with the bass line. But this time we don't play it through the whole song. I'll leave that to you to practice on your own. 4, 1. 4, 1. Four, 1. In the melody of Ain't No Sunshine there is a note that lies outside the pentatonic and it's great for improvising. This note is the 2 or 9. If you don't know what that means, I have a video that explains the number systems. You can find all the videos mentioned below in the description. But I have to warn you, it gets a bit theoretical. But you don't necessarily need to know theoretically why it's called 9. The important thing is that it's simply another color on your palette. The last time we played the melody, we played a 9 here. But you can also play it in 2 other places in this position. And here. Here are 3 ways to use them as an inspiration to develop your own ideas. For what? For 1. We now take the third idea again and play it over the whole song. 1. Here's the link to the original video, and here's another video again. I would be really happy if you subscribe to the channel. Until next time, and thank you for watching.